Hello and welcome to Experiences and Perspectives, the podcast where we explore and reflect on how to live a healthy, joyous, and creative life. I'm your host Siddharth Srivastav, and our today's topic is how to stay in the present. So let's begin with it. Staying in the present. That's a quite weird topic because most of the time either we are thinking about the future, actually overthinking, or we are just wondering, or we are wondering how things might have worked out in the past. We think about the different things we did wrong in the past, which actually can never be changed. Neither we can control our future. So, there are quite different ways which I think are highly beneficial in helping our mind to focus in the present. The first, recalling how far we have come. Well, this particularly means recalling the past, but just the positive things. We need to reflect back on how far we have come. Definitely, if we think of ourselves in just 1 year back, or either 2 to 3 years back, we will see there's a huge difference in us, difference in the skills we have learned, difference in our personality, difference in the way we talk, difference in the value we hold in our intellect. Definitely, if we recall how far we come, we feel highly positive and we feel more joyous about the good things that happened to us or we did, rather than thinking of the mistakes we committed in the past. Because those mistakes are the things which cause the problem. Not actually the mistakes, but the biased mind thinking just about the mistakes of the past, which can never possibly be corrected. Thinking about those things ruin our present moment because we spend a lot of time thinking about our past deeds. So it's better to think of what great things that happened to us. What were the things we learned? What were the things we achieved? And when we do that, it improves our present moment as well. And when the present moment is beautiful, it's definitely gonna make our future beautiful as well. So, thinking about how far we come is actually a very great thing to stay in the present and focus on what needs to be done. The second point, enjoying the journey rather than just focusing on the goal. I know the goal is the most important thing. It is the thing which drives us to do whatever it takes in the journey. So, goal is highly important, but by thinking just about the goal, we often mess up with the present and are not able to enjoy it fully. Because life is not just about achieving things, it's about living and enjoying the moments it serves us. So, if we start to focus on the journey rather than being too concentrated on the goal, it will improve our lifestyle and make us more joyful and happy. It's just the journey which actually matters at all. Because after reaching a goal, we set up another goal, and after reaching that, we set another goal. And in the process, we are not able to do what we need to do, that is, enjoy and live our life to the fullest. So we rather start believing that it is the journey which is more important than the goal. If we start focusing on the journey, then even if our expectations are not met, that means maybe if we are unable to achieve those goals, we would rather not be much disappointed as we actually just focused on the journey, and the journey is definitely beautiful. We all are in love with having an adventurous life, an adventurous lifestyle, and doing all the adventurous stuff. And in actual, we are chasing just the goal. I believe that after reaching a goal, the adventure of our life is no longer with us. It becomes quite stable, and with a stable life, we can't do anything adventurous. So it's actually the journey which gives us the adventurous experiences and all the ups and downs of our life. So focusing on the journey gives all the chills as well as pleasure of the life. And if we focus on the journey, we are in the present moment. And we are able to enjoy our present moment more effectively and efficiently. And that's what is needed. This stops us from being continuously thinking and overthinking about the future. Thinking about the present and the journey will definitely lead us to a far better future we may have ever expected. Now, moving on to the third idea, which I think causes a great impact, that is working on enhancing our values, that is skills. Instead of being focused on past and future, it's rather important to focus on enhancing our skills. If we need to be better in future, because what we actually think about future, the overthinking thing, it is what will be our future. How are we going to handle the problems in the future? So instead of just thinking and wasting the time thinking over it, it's far better to work on it. Work on enhancing your skills, learn new skills, focus on what you are doing right now. Maybe you are pursuing an engineering or any graduation with any subject. Do it with most focus, do it with passion. Or maybe your passion isn't studies, then follow that passion with full dedication. Then only your value will increase, and the negative thoughts you might be thinking about your future, they will just become wrong, and the future will be far better. Working on our values also means to enhance the intellect. We need to enhance our intellect to be more mindful and think for betterment of us and our surroundings rather than becoming a burden over something or over just ourselves. Increasing our value will help us in many ways. Firstly, it will reduce the negative thought. Secondly, it would help us reach the goal we are focused upon. As earlier mentioned, enjoying the journey is rather important than focusing on the goal. And as the journey continues, we are enhancing our values. Now let's move on to the fourth one, that is using past experiences as lessons for future. Definitely, past is equally important as our present. So we need to learn from our past. As I mentioned in the first method, recalling how far we have come. In the first method, we are recalling all the positive things, inspiring ourselves that we are worthy of becoming our best self. As we have did something good in the past, so can we do better in the future. Now, when we need to take the lessons from our past experience, we need to think over the wrong things, the bad deeds we did, or the mistakes we committed. We don't need to focus much over it because this is the cause of the mindlessness and overthinking. So we need to be mindful. Take the past experiences as mindful lessons. Just focus on the part which is really necessary. Like what mistake you committed. How come you overcome that mistake in future? How could you have handled the situation in a better way? And what was the best thing you learned from it? Because every mistake gives us learning, and that learning definitely is helpful in our future. Now, coming on to the last method, which I think is actually the most important one, that is loving and taking care of yourself, which is actually the most important thing. While we are focused on our goal, working day and night dedicatedly, so it's very important to take good care of yourself. When we don't take care of ourselves, we get tired easily, we don't feel motivated, or rather, nothing goes as we think. So, loving yourself is like taking care of yourself, being mindful, having a healthy diet, good amount of sleep, taking care of the body, doing exercises, meditation, a little workout, which helps a lot to keep the mind and body fit. When your physical health is perfect and your mental health is perfect, then you are ready to become your best self. And when you are at your best self, you reach your goal way faster than you ever can. Loving and taking care of yourself is not a quite hard thing. We actually just need to be more careful of what we are doing. We must not get into wrong things like drinking alcohol or other things. That is not taking care of yourself. That is wasting your health. So better take healthy diet and be around people who motivate you. Get out in nature and enjoy the nature, because nature is the best therapy for each and every problem a human mind faces. And here, as the problem is thinking past and future. So when we are in nature, we are not bothered about anything. Just we get lost in the beauty of the nature. And that actually is part of self love. So try getting out in nature and taking regular walks in the forest or nearby countryside. That will give you a lot more comfort and get you rid of overthinking and help you be in the present moment. And when you are in the present moment, you have the most scope to make your future the best. Well, those were the five things which I think are the best ways to stay in the present moment. You can try each one of them. Maybe the one which suits you, you can practice them regularly and you will definitely feel better. So that's all for today. See you next time. Till then, stay sane and keep exploring. Bye bye.